Master, what is the truest value of my life? The young disciple's voice carried a quiet reverence, echoing softly within the candlelit chamber. His eyes, reflecting the flickering flames, searched for wisdom in the serene gaze of his master. With a knowing smile, the Zen master replied in a voice both gentle and profound, "Take a stone from the back garden, bring it to the market and offer it for sale, but do not name a price. Simply raise 2 fingers if asked, and should anyone attempt to purchase it, do not sell, return to me, and I shall reveal what you seek." The disciple, though puzzled, accepted the task with silent determination. The master's words echoed in his mind like a riddle waiting to unfold, setting him on a path of discovery. The next morning, under a golden sunrise, he ventured forth, the stone's weight pressing into his palms, a physical manifestation of the lesson ahead. With each step, his curiosity grew, his heart beating with anticipation. Upon reaching the bustling market, he stood amidst the rhythmic hum of commerce, voices bargaining, merchants praising their wares, the air thick with the scent of spices and fresh produce. He held out the stone, offering it wordlessly to the world. A woman, practical in demeanor, paused, eyeing the stone with curiosity. "How much for this?" she inquired, tilting her head. Remembering his master's instruction, the disciple lifted 2 fingers. The woman, assuming his meaning, nodded. $2? It could serve well in my kitchen. Yet as he shook his head, a glint of determination flickered in her gaze. "All right, $20. A fine weight for pressing tofu." A realization stirred within him. This stone was suddenly worth more. Not by any change in IT, but by a shift in perception. Declining the offer, he carried the stone back to the monastery. "Master," he said, his voice tinged with intrigue, "a woman at the market offered me $20 for the stone." The master, his eyes glimmering with the weight of untold wisdom, simply nodded. "Tomorrow, take the stone to a museum. Again, say nothing of its worth. Simply show 2 fingers if asked, and bring it back should anyone attempt to buy it. Then shall I reveal the truest value of your life." A deeper curiosity now burned within the disciple. With fresh resolve, he set forth once more, his spirit alight with the prospect of unraveling this mystery. The museum loomed before him the next day, its halls filled with relics of ages past, each artifact carrying a story, a value determined not by utility, but by its legacy. As he stood amidst the grandeur, a well-dressed collector took notice. "This stone," the man's voice brimmed with intrigue. "How much?" The disciple, steady in his purpose, lifted 2 fingers. The collector's eyes gleamed. $2,000, he declared. "A rare specimen, worthy of display." A hush fell around them as others, now aware of the stone's uniqueness, regarded it with newfound admiration. The disciple's understanding deepened. What was seen as ordinary in one place became extraordinary in another. Returning to the monastery, he relayed the events to his master, the thrill of revelation coursing through him. "Master, a collector offered me $2,000. Please tell me now, what is the greatest value in my life?" The master, ever calm, smiled. "One final task, my student. Take the stone to an antique shop. Show 2 fingers if asked of its worth. Should someone bid for it, bring it back. And then shall you truly understand." With a heart brimming with eagerness, the disciple embarked on the final leg of his journey, the weight of the stone now eclipsed by the weight of his growing realization. The antique shop was a place of reverence, each item a whisper from the past, each piece a treasure to the right eye. As he presented the stone, a seasoned bidder stepped forward, his expression one of awe. "How much?" the man asked, his voice carrying the thrill of discovery. The disciple, with practiced steadiness, raised 2 fingers. Without hesitation, the man's face lit up. $220,000, a relic of immense worth, a treasure beyond measure. The disciple, though astounded, now understood. Value was not fixed. It was molded by context, by perspective, by where one chose to stand. Returning to the monastery one final time, he met his master's gaze. "Master, I see now. The same stone that was worth $2 in a market was worth $200,000 in an antique shop. Tell me, what does this mean for me?" The Zen master, his voice rich with finality, spoke, "My child, your worth, like this stone, is not defined by one place, nor by the judgment of others. In a vegetable market, you may be seen as a mere pebble. In the right environment, you become a priceless gem." He continued, "Surround yourself with those who see your value. Choose where you stand wisely, for your worth is not determined by what others see, but by what you believe you are." With a heart filled with clarity, the disciple bowed in deep gratitude. He understood now. His greatest value lay not in the world's estimation of him, but in his own realization of his true worth. And so, he stepped forward into his future, no longer searching for value, but knowing that it was his to define. If this story resonates with you, like and subscribe for more wisdom, and share it with your soulmate for consolation.